stupid, but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose.
It's week 14 of the NFL, and we'll see Robbie Anderson, always staying busy. He's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Texans and the Cowboys, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL is a league ruled by offenses, and we've got a couple of good ones about ready to do battle here.
Well, you know me quite well. Maybe one day I can get to be commissioner. I can flip that around a little bit. We can just talk about defense. But let's face it, we're talking about two units that rank in the top 5 in the league. So I think this might be a game where you forget about the field goals. You'd better finish your drives with touchdowns if you want to.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. The hat trick +1. 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him. And next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
9 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Watson. That'll be caught by Anderson. Touchdown, Houston. Robbie Anderson Anderson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They'll be led out by the 9th-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a gain of 35.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realized he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 93 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right? In preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll only be a gain of 1 yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time they'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. They'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds his receiver, Watson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game assaulted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Inside handoff down to Fournette. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fournette running out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Touchdown, Texans. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Gano for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On second down, McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Well, that's not one you see very often on Aaron Donald, because we know he's not trying to do anything intentional, but that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
Play action. Garoppolo completes it to the fullback, Ham. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. To throw is Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass is caught for a first, but he's looking for more. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Out of the gun, Watson. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now Watson going to sneak it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the gun, Fournette. He'll get this to about the 38. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop. We are in for a good one as we're through 1. Texans football to start quarter 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. 7th play in the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he completes it to Jones. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the 50, it's Watson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Again, it's Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Fournette, a first down carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And out now come the Cowboys. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo caught. It's Wilson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw is Garoppolo. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Aaron Donald in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over. The offense back out. There's the veteran bruiser, the running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 2nd and 10, Watson, and he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Pete Werner buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties with big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. They came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of... And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Extra point by Gale is up and good. And gives him a 3-point lead. So not only the call fumble, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. To throw is Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Garoppolo on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Christian Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. His guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. A handoff to Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. Here's a give to Fournette. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Right back to him on first down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Watson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Leonard Fournette. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to a field goal. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo and the rest of his offense ready for their next possession. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Garoppolo. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. There's Garoppolo to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That has lots of looking behind him. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These two teams, if you look back to 2021, quite a disparity between these two Lone Star State offenses. Last season, the Cowboys #1 in the league in terms of total yards. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are an extra point away now from moving out in front. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Gano the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here we go. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. He's airing it out for Williams. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think?
He's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Watson now to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. Well,
we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lane. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys picked up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Christian Watson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Here's Watson. Caught by Jones. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Watson's throw complete here, pulled in by Brate. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Watson on first down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Watson. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. From the red zone now, Watson. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Fournette, touchdown, Houston. Gano now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here we go. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 64 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And I'll tell you what, this offense has been a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Kendall Fuller, boy, no problems for him on that play defensively. Really nice tackle for loss.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Second down and goal. Garoppolo looking sideline and connecting with Watson. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this third quarter, is they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match a touchdown for touchdown. But the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Second down, back to Fournette. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll run it again with Fournette. Nice little juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. This ball complete into the hands of Anderson across the middle. He's got another first down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game. Up the gun, Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. After the run, Watson going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. Watson. And break. The tight end's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, here's second and 4. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 155 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Fournette. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Leonard Fournette taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of...
Back now in Arlington. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete. He was looking that time for Jamison Williams. And it'll bring up 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to put in the coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a 1st down. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Watson's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Here's a give to Fournette. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get on the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Goodwin able to haul it in. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run for it with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A 10-play drive that time. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
That is caught by Anderson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. That'll be caught by Anderson. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Garoppolo's throw going into the hands of Williams. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait till the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Goodwin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Watson. That's caught. And again, it's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Again, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man is Anderson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Texans are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, here we go. I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Watson on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Leonard Fournette punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point try, good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now he's going to swing it. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Garoppolo now. Keeps himself upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. After the interception, here's Watson. That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up.
And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Fournette again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that was playing at an elite level.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to suffer him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And he will go down. A Cowboy the sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Man open, it's Goodwin. They find some open field here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. From the 29, Garoppolo. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Garoppolo's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been out playing all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And that's caught at the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Here we go.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously give the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Texans, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car with the Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mom and daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose it like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest.